Did you know that in the 1930s, a peculiar war broke out in Western Australia, pitting humans against an unexpected enemy, emus? It was November 1932, and the Great Depression had hit the Australian economy hard. Farmers in Campion, a small town in Western Australia, were struggling to survive. The region was experiencing a severe drought, and the farmers' crops were withering. To make matters worse, a large number of emus, displaced from their natural habitats, began to invade the agricultural lands, devouring the remaining crops and causing chaos. Desperate for a solution, the farmers turned to the Australian government for help. In response, the government deployed a group of Australian soldiers, armed with machine guns, to confront the emu threat. The soldiers, fresh from World War I, were confident in their ability to defeat the birds. The first battle took place on November 2, 1932. The soldiers, led by Major Meredith, marched out to confront the emus. But soon they realized that these birds were not the usual enemies. The emus were fast, agile, and apparently immune to bullets. The soldiers' machine guns proved ineffective against the birds, which scattered and regrouped, only to launch a counterattack. The emus, it seemed, had developed a clever strategy. They divided into small groups, making it difficult for the soldiers to target them. When the soldiers focused on one group, the others attacked from behind, pecking at the soldiers' legs and forcing them to retreat. The battles continued for several days, with the emus consistently outsmarting the soldiers. The Australian media, sensing a good story, began to cover the conflict, dubbing it the Emu War. The public was both amused and embarrassed by the situation, and the government was under pressure to find a solution. The battle was intense and violent, with the emus attacking the soldiers with beaks and feet. The soldiers, frustrated and demoralized, began to lose confidence in their ability to defeat the birds. In the end, the soldiers were forced to retreat, and the emus emerged victorious. The Australian government was left to ponder the wisdom of deploying machine guns against birds. The farmers, meanwhile, were left to find new ways to protect their crops from the clever emus. And so, the Emu War became a footnote in Australian history, a quirky reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the importance of respecting one's adversaries, no matter how unexpected they may be. After the soldiers' retreat, the emus continued to cause problems for the farmers in the region. The farmers, exasperated, Australian farmers tried to protect their crops from emus, but these birds proved too clever and adaptable. The Australian government attempted to cull the emu population, but failed. In the end, the emus won the war, and the region had to adapt to their presence.